position. So we were looking at each other up here in the booth when they went for that saying, oh, wow, talk about trying to add insult to injury.
Some teams are just like that. You know, some philosophies, some coaches are like, look, when I got a chance to put some more points on the board, I don't care what the situation, I'm going to do it. And they're also the same coaches as a general rule that if someone does it to them, you won't hear people protest out of them. That's just who they are.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he will find his man on the end route, complete. And before the second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. As they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the fourth. So second and inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he almost intercepted it. They haven't picked a ball off yet. That probably should have been their first. And it's third down now.
Pretty nice coverage there, but a missed opportunity for an interception. Let's face it, a lot of these defenders, they've got it all. Speed, athleticism, hands, a little bit questionable.
And he can't quite pick it. No interception so far. That probably should have been their first, but at least it's fourth down.
I know ultimately that feels like a good defensive play, but I know it's really not. They had a chance to keep points off the board. Now they have a chance to kick a field goal by missing that shot.
Yeah, especially at this spot in the field. He's got to be upset he couldn't come up with that INT. And what are the whistles for? Timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. So the offensive unit called the TO, and now we are ready to resume play. And a scary incompletion, almost picked off. It would have been their first INT of the game. Instead, second down.
I know in every game we do, we talk about momentum. That was a momentum play lost. And now there could be a letdown because they didn't get the interception.
Yeah, you could almost hear the collective gasp on this. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. Well, as always, partner, an extreme pleasure to share a booth with you. I have to say, I am impressed at your discipline because you came here and you said you were not going to eat any of the media buffet. You made it to the end. You didn't consume a single calorie.
I appreciate that. What you missed is me going to the concession stand outside of your eyesight and getting it done that way. Look, I mean, they were serving the good stuff. I had to do it.
Oh, man, but you're svelte, in good shape, but yeah, you cheated a little bit. We'll let it slide.
I appreciate that. Always a pleasure to work with you.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. With that, we say cheerio from London. Hey everybody, Brandon Gaudin back for another year of action with Madden NFL 19. Let's take a look at what's new this year. Real player motion makes its Madden debut, bringing unmatched responsiveness and fluidity to every player on the field. In the running game, hit the hole and one cut, give ball carriers the ability to move through crowded running lanes and turn on the jets once they see a sliver of daylight. Once you reach the end zone, it's time to celebrate, either alone or with your closest friends. Long Shot returns for its second season, picking up the story of Devin Wade and Colt Cruz as they continue to chase their NFL dreams. In franchise mode, new scheme fits will help identify which players are best for your system and how to best train your players to fit that scheme using the all-new progression system. Madden Ultimate Team returns with all new ways to take on the CPU. With solo battles, you will face off against CPU-controlled versions of other users' MUT teams, and with squads versus CPU, you and two friends can squad up and take on CPU opponents. That's a quick look at some of the new features in Madden NFL 19. Now it's time to jump in and check them out for yourself. So there you go, nothing to it. Charles Davis and myself will be with you along the way, but from all of us at EA Sports, get out there and enjoy Madden NFL 19.
Now which one you want to do?
Wipe my sins. They can't win. No new friends. Football fans. They sleep again. They sleep. We wake up.
Down.
Wake up. The champs is in.
Down.
We won't back in.
Let's go.
Wipe my sins.
Let's say we'll score your franchise take the Seahawks to the Super Bowl and start building their
They sleep again. They sleep.
You want to do cloud or offline?
Wake up. Wake up. The cake up.
Cloud.
Raise up. Or make us.
The first one.
We don't want to bite down on you. Right now on you. Juke to the left, they dodging it.
You want to start a new one? It's right there with it, right there in the middle. When he's trying to catch the football. In the middle, right there. You want to use real life roster or use custom roster?
The real one.
Click it.
I guess I'm a Super Bowl bachelor. Go hard in the gym, no cameras. I think I see blood, no Dracula. I'm an animal, eating up amateurs. Too active, y'all can't handle it. No taxing, we'll dismantle it. Shake up the building and ramble it. Shut up the critics and analysts. Come through dripping, I'ma set it off. Game at the game, you can bet it all. Quarterback got range if you fuck them all. Quarterback did an option and set it off. Duck, goose, linebacker coming through. Hit him with his man or two. We gon' blow your block like a new. And I spend a dime every two. We gon' lock down on the offense. Lock down. Bust down the skeleton fossil. Bust down. I'm not addressing the problem.
Oh, that's you on with?
You can't stop him. Pick it up, running back, it's no problem. Running behind the block, they gon' block him. Offset you block. Watch the blitz with the look, we gon' block.
That's what we got right now. You start your season right there. I think that was the Eagles.
Want to join? Start your season with recommended settings.
Start my season.
Wish to change roles or adjust options.
Which one you want to be? Coach or the player?
Player.
Right there. That's the creative player. Or that's the active player.
Football fans, they sleep again. They sleep. We wake them up. Wake up. The champs is in. Champion. We won't back in. Back in.
Field general quarterback. Strong arm quarterback. Scramble. West Coast. Better running. You want to do the late round pick, undrafted, what's the other? Early.
Alright, fix it up.
Okay, what's the first name?
Trigger. And the last name, Hank.
No new friends. Football fans, they sleep again. They sleep. We wake them up. Wake up. The champs is in. Champion. We won't back in. Back in. Wipe my sins. Wipe. They can't win. They can't win. No new friends. Football fans, they sleep again. They sleep. We wake them up. Wake up. The champs is in.
I think I got to erase a couple of them other guys.
Oh, to my quarterback.
Yeah.
What's the jersey number?
Number 1.
Okay. College is Texas.
This one, this in the car, man. It's like when you in the car, you just think about everything, man. Definitely when you by yourself, you just cruising on the highway, man.
Did you hit what?
Yeah,
I said I just changed his name. Well, I go right here.
Swerving through traffic, listening to track. My windows ain't tinted, so notice me. Four braids ain't you
No, see you.
know it's me.
You did
I'm
this one.
everywhere comfortable, but I'm still attentive.
Oh, you did
A
good.
young who a
I
money
just told you
will
what I
make
did. I did.
I ain't flashy, I'm classy, but I ain't stupid either. Never show up to that's hungry and eager. My brother's keeper, I'm loyal, it's all in my demeanor. A true believer, I believe when they didn't believe her. That's why I don't let opinions affect me. I do what I want to do. If they do or they don't accept me, they expect me to give up. I almost did. Things went from moving faster, slow motion. I was losing focus, stuck on that. It was smooth on the surface, but underneath it was broken. Hoping to find hope in this hopeless world we live in. What you give is what you given. Gotta make wise decisions. Gotta stay tunnel vision. Gotta avoid collision. Keep scratching the surface and keep your palms itching. Gotta pay moms a visit. It's been a while. I've been working. She keep telling me she miss her child. I find myself passing the house, then I spin around. She say I'm always moving. Ma, I just can't sit around. Oh my. Cause the cash ain't gon' come to us. When we was down, who gave a dime or gave a for us? So instead of making it hard, I made it fun for us. Make it easy, so when you need it, you just run to us. There's a lot of pressure, I'm trying to stick and move. Fixing these bumps on the road so I can just cruise to this. Living my life on the road, I'm trying to get used to this. And when they don't doubt me, I just act like a broom to this. Trying to stay true to this. Even when they lie on me, world on my shoulders, my girl can't even cry on me. God watching over me, the devil probably spy on me. I've been going through some, can keep an eye on me. I know it's been a drought, but to my fans, don't go dry on me. If you want a picture, take a picture, don't get shy on me. I'm here to inspire, I admire that you admire me. I've been in the dark, but I promise you'll see a bright of me. Shout. So my supporters, man, I love y'all. I just want to say thank you for supporting me since day one. You don't want to see me win, man. I don't know why, but we gonna win anyway. Came straight out the with a microphone. Boy, I swear
hit
I couldn't
L1.
leave that mic alone. Everybody
Yeah,
clear
hit
the
it.
room,
There
I
you
like
go.
to write alone.
There you
I'm
go.
in my zone, bass bouncing off the styrofoam.
What kind? That's
I'm never
you
in
fixing
between,
the
I'm
dude,
either
you
hot or
fixing the
cold.
mud.
Can't be a loser, I maneuver like I got a clone. I'm out here in these streets like I ain't got a
You
home.
fixing them up? How you
And you
want
barely
them?
hear
How
from
you
me
want
like
the
I ain't
hell?
got a
The
phone.
shoes,
Cause there's no
his
days
socks,
off, there's
all
no
of it.
days off. I know it
That's the
sounds a
thing,
little
everything.
painful, but it pays off. Social sites was distracting, so I stayed off. Spoke to God, then me and Satan had a face off. I swear my life is like a rocket, then it takes off. First I plotted, then I got it, couldn't wait long. I put the pedal to the metal, then took the brakes off. And I kept it A1 like the steak sauce. My paychecks used to be a pair of Jordans, and I know I can't afford them, but I went ahead and bought them. Then I quit, started spent my money on recording. Yeah, the studio was small, but man, that made me a fortune. Made me a fortune, man. Trying to stop me. Y'all can't stop me. This is forever.
You finished?
Forever, man. I mean that.
Start your week by installing your game plan.
What new?
You want to do train or you want to play the season game? Go down. Yo. Look, every time that look, you got the Seahawks. Every time everything train, there's skip training.
Okay.
It will be a skip training. You go straight to play the game.
Like Pluto. You
Big
Pluto.
stuff.
You and no chat, you go. Pockets too big, they sumo. 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 Put on like Uno. Flip like Pluto. You act too culo. You and no chat, you go. Pockets too big, they sumo. 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 Tell me who the hottest that you know. If it ain't me, you. Curry get the flame color, Prince Zuko. Swimming through the money like a flounder. I just want the knowledge and the power. Want it looking at me sour. Need it like chowder. Rider.
I don't see Triggerhabit.
a best-case scenario in Denver. It's the coach. This is week 1 of the NFL on EA Sports. Coming up, former Viking Case Keenum makes his debut in orange and blue as his Broncos take on the rebuild defense of the Seattle Seahawks. I'll be back at halftime with a look at the other games that are going on. But first, we're off to the Rockies. Standing by, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Coach, we find ourselves at the foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado, for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Just a short time ago, sounds loud enough to reverberate across the Rockies. They're ready for football in Denver as the Broncos get set to do battle with the Seattle Seahawks. And hello again, everyone. Brandon Godden alongside Charles Davis. And Charles, we look at this Bronco team, and I don't think from what we saw down on the field before the game, there's any doubt they're ready to roll.
They passed the eye test, don't they? This team looks fired up and ready to play.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Seahawks, an early season tilt. And when it's an early season tilt, should be ready to roll.
Well, let's face it, the aches and pains haven't really set in yet. And both teams eyeing a really good start to get things going.
That's a minute ago. It said a woman injured and a man dead.
A woman injured and a man dead.
What happened? It said a woman injured.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. They watching it now. They watching it now. The news.
Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive.
Child.
Delayed game offense.
And that'll set them back 5.
Yeah. Who? A 15-year-old got killed.
Here we go. On play action, they'll throw. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
His name is Happy, right? Sugar.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Rolling to his left. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, 3rd down. So we'll look here at the key inactives, and we got this list before the game down on the field. They tell us the same thing every time, don't they? Next man up.
No excuses. Be ready to play. That's the mantra of every organization. The key is having guys on the roster who are capable of filling in and playing at a high level. That's when you know you've drafted well, scouted free agents well, and stocked your team just the way you're supposed to.
He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. Give him 8 yards that time on the scramble, and now 4th down.
Well, it's not going to be a first down, but that's a nice job of picking up yardage on 3rd and long. Sometimes you just have to take what the defense gives you. And in this case, it wasn't enough to pick up the first down.
That's who I got.
I thought he was going to be just to be a Jaguar. You good with them.
What? You want me to close my team?
The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to come back onto the field. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down. throw now in his own end zone. Dumps that off to Penny as running back. And he is out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Look who I threw it to.
Now they can breathe a little easier, some room to operate as they've got it 1st and 10 now out past the 20. They'll drop the throw. Leaves it for Penny.
Go, boy.
And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. Sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a 1st down with a nice throw.
He pushing y'all down to it. Hey, what's the name? You know what I'm talking about.
They'll set up to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got it complete. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. It'll be a gain of 4, and that'll make it 2nd down.
How about that shuffle pass? Or if you want to call it the shovel pass, that's fine too. That's one of those plays that you can take a little bit of risk there because you're trying to throw the ball to the middle of the field where a lot of big bodies lurk, and they can knock it away, pick it off, but they were able to execute it successfully on that play.
Here we go! 538! He'll look to throw. He'll buy some time right. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. So they got the deal done, and now he can just focus on football. He's got that behind him. Family not going anywhere, staying put. He can focus on football.
And I like how you mentioned the family because that's a huge part of it because everyone needs to be happy and comfortable. And, you know, while this process was going on, people had to be wondering, especially within his own crew, are we going to have to move? Are we going to have to change things? Not anymore. They get to stay where they're comfortable and familiar.
Look to throw here, eluding the pressure right, finding his safety valve here. That's complete.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
To throw. They'll roll him out right. Throwing for his running back, and he's got it complete. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and just like that, it's 3rd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
They're going to look to throw. Dancing to his left. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down.
Well, it certainly appears that they're going to try and keep getting him the football. It's the 3rd time they've looked in his direction. Unfortunately, haven't completed one yet, but I'm not sure they're going to...
How the fuck they get 6?
How they get 7?
She know the fuck.
Well, the Seahawks heading out here on offense. Let's talk about last year. One to forget, Charles, in the Pacific Northwest. 7-9. A seat on the couch in January for these players, and that broke a streak of 5 straight seasons of double-digit victories and a playoff berth.
And I think they lost their identity a little bit along the way. On offense, they've always been a run-first team, establish a line of scrimmage, and bludgeon people. They didn't have that at all. Their offense ran through Russell Wilson, and he was magical, led the league in touchdown passes, but they are at their best when they're able to run the ball first and take control. On defense, age caught up with them. The Legion of Boom, no longer the same, and many of those guys will not be with the team in 2018. They will be starting over, but they have a smile on their face. I think this is a challenge that their head coach Pete Carroll relishes. They look forward to being
alongside my broadcast partner Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin hits the Seahawks with a football to begin quarter number 2, and they've got it here with a first down.
Let's go!
Now back to throw. And it's hauled in by Nick Vanette.
Go, boy. Go.
And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21. It's a big play there for Seattle, and even 40 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Yeah, he had 2 Denver Broncos players on him.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
Let's go!
They go play action here on 1st down. Buying time to his left. And that is, I think he caught it. He did, but they'll say out of bounds. It'll be incomplete. The tight end, Ed Dixon, was the target. And that'll bring up 2nd down. You got a young quarterback, maybe that's just an example of a growing pain for him.
I think you're right about that, because when the game starts to move fast and it moves quickly on him, a lot of times they fall back on what they know best, their arm. He's slinging it on this one. Had a wide open target, but didn't have the proper footwork to increase his accuracy.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. 3rd down. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have him looking at 3rd and 10. Looking to throw. Rolling to his right. He may try and run for this. Oh, and they had it stopped short of the first, but a penalty marker down. And that looked like a clear face mask to me.
Face mask.
Face mask. Defense.
So instead of forcing the field goal, it'll be 1st and goal.
Now what?
Yeah, the force
Now what?
trying to make something happen that just didn't need to, right? I mean, plays happen, let it go, it's over instead. Creates a penalty.
They'll set up a throw. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. A gain of 4 on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
86, spoil feed.
You don't see what I'm doing?
That's 2nd and goal. Y'all coming back, not forward.
2nd and goal, and Penny standing by himself in the backfield.
I'm going in.
This is not Jacksonville Jaguars.
Back to throw here. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Somebody injured.
That's the 2nd time he's been sacked so far in the first half. And if they have designs on having a big year, on going anywhere, they've got to find a way to keep them upright so they can throw the football.
The Seahawks on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and goal. Steps away to his left. And that is incomplete.
Oh, I'm about to choke this nigga.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But there's usually a nice comfort zone and throw it to the tight end.
This offense trots back out there now, and as they do, Charles, one thing to point out that we saw a second ago are some of the new rules in the NFL this year regarding kickoff.
Yeah, nowadays, the kickoff team, no more running starts. Remember how you got to circle a guy around, and here he goes? No more. You have to start, close to the ball, and when it's kicked, then you get to take off and go, so you can't build up your speed that way. Also, when you're returning it, remember those wedges that we used to say where guys would form together, 2 or 3 guys? No more of those. So it'd be a lot more man-on-man, one-on-one blocking. And also,
and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Shaquille Barrett coming on the blitz. He gets him for a loss of 7. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. Back to Denver right after this. A reminder coming up at the half, we hook up with a new guy, Jonathan Coachman from Orlando. He'll have highlights and analysis, and more importantly this year, scores and stats from around the league here in week 1. So do not press that skip button. Flush to his right. Now he's going to throw it deep to the others, and that's caught inside the 35. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Tyler Lockett, 82 yards. And the Seahawks just an extra point away from tying this thing up. Well, they went play action there and set it up nicely for him. I mean, he can flat fly, and they hit him downfield.
And it doesn't take much to create that extra bit of space that a guy of his speed needs. If you go play action, all you want is just a moment where the guy's covering, take their attention somewhere else, and then he's by him. And once he's by him, there's no catching him. As they always like to say, if a receiver's even to a defensive back, that means he's leaving.
Unless that DB is Charles Davis, right?
Now it's tied up. I'm gonna shout that was 82 yards. You threw that ball. How the hell he got that over them too?
Now a play fake here on first down. Sliding out of the pocket. And it's hauled in by Ed Dixon. A good pickup there at 22. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did.
I didn't change his name because that wasn't even his name. His name was David Miles.
They'll look to throw. They'll buy some time right. And that'll be incomplete. He was going for the tight end, Nick Vanette.
Motherfucker, I still got points.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down? The offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Flushed out right. Wide open receiver complete. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Nick Vanette, 44 yards. yards. And the interception by the Seahawks D leads to a touchdown. Boy, it's nice to have that big reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he did.
And they're close to the end zone. They'll be the one get. They'll be the one get you.
Look at the slow.
I know.
Ah, they get their ass kicked.
Let's stop them. No, you got one more quarter though. It's just the third. Still got a little short quarter. And you know what you're doing, right?
Yeah.
You taking them to the Super Bowl. That's why you're on the team. I don't give a.
He'll drop to throw.
What?
Get there and take him down.
But you still got some fun.
In there to bring him down for a loss of 7. The number 2 pick back in 2011, Von Miller's still doing his thing.
Boy, is he ever. If I were an offensive tackle, I don't know what I would do. I would tell the tight end he's got to stay in on offensive situations and help me out because he's got every move imaginable. One of the quickest guys off the ball in the league, and he's going to get to the quarterback.
What the hell just happened?
And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in the second half. Instead, it's 3rd down.
I think we can make this one pretty simple. That was a rookie mistake made by the rookie quarterback, trying to force a pass without really using proper mechanics.
And this is going to be incomplete.
You got all up on his ass.
Damn.
What?
I seen that. Dallas whooping Carolina Panthers 21-0. I seen it at the bottom. There you go.
The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards.
As a rookie quarterback, that's exactly how you endear yourself to your teammates. You know, for the cause. It's also how you end up on the training table, too.
Yeah, it's a catch-22. Coach doesn't like it. Teammates love it. Where do you fall on it?
Well, I fall on wanting to endear yourself to your teammates, but pick your spots. Be smart about it. They need you for the full season.
Yeah, the rookie's going to learn as he goes. They'll roll him out right. Oh, now he'll try and chuck it deep left side. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. The intended target, Doug Baldwin. And it's 2nd down.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had to fly to send the guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. They'll lock it with a grab over the middle. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit.
Come on. Guess skiing. She said, "Ooh." Look, it's all in your eyes.
The receiver in stride.
The Seahawks offense now, they get set to go back to work. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Forced out to his left. And that's caught inside the 35. A big play that time for the Seahawks. 43 yards.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
Well, some good games around the league here early in week 1, and this one's shaping up to be as good as any of them as we come up on a 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And a scary incompletion, almost picked off. It would have been their first INT of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
And this is going to be intercepted.
Oh, they got it in the foot.
Bradley Roby. And out now come the Seahawks. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they do the interception and finish off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
We got, I don't know.
So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion.
Yep.
And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. He'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And now running right through it. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. That's what they need right now. Get the 1st down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10.
Here we go!
Back to throw. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. Back to throw. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. The All-Pro Von Miller there defensively. He has had a great game defensively. He's been east-west, north-south, everywhere.
Yeah, and I love how you described that, because to be a great defender, you have to be able to move up and back, sideline to sideline, and he's been fantastic. Reminds me of a young Charles Davis when he was playing Madden.
Absolutely. Oh, wow. I thought you were going on the field, but okay, I see you. And nearly intercepted there. That would have been ball game if he had clinched it and caught it. Instead, it gets him one more chance here on 4th down. Nearly an interception. If that one's picked off, it's over. So a new lease on life, so to speak.
A lot of times when you're in coverage, you're so focused on the man and the coverage that sometimes the ball, if it arrives, it surprises you. That may have happened to him in that situation.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up in...
Man, they got 23, got 17.
Let's go! They'll look to throw. Flush to his right. Space to maneuver at the 40. He does it one more time. And finally taken down at the 34. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down. They've gone final now in Charlotte. And the Cowboys have wound up winning that one. Dak Prescott, a touchdown pass to help lead the way. He's back to throw. It's caught right side, Dixon. And he is in as they have
touchdown, baby.
Right here in the final minute of the 4th quarter. The dramatic score to tie it, and now they just need the PAT to get the lead late 4th quarter.
So much for the touchdown maker. It's all about the extra point attempter. And I can't wait to see how this one turns out.
We tied up.
Damn, that was fast.
23 to 23. No, we got 24, they're 23.
And partner, this first week, this first game that we get to call together, so special every year.
We
week
won.
1, you had the flyover, the big
won,
American
baby.
flag out there before the game, all the hoopla, just having football back, so special.
It is an opening day, opening game. There's just nothing like it because you really build to a crescendo.
24 to
The
that
best part
23.
for us
We
is that
won. We
crescendo
beat
lasts
that.
for a while. Opening game here, an entire season. We get into the playoffs, to the Super Bowl. I was really excited. I could barely sleep last night. I can't imagine being a player.
So for the Seahawks, they can breathe a sigh of relief as they're...
I got so much beef, I can barely sleep. Paranoia got me losing on my Z's all day. Good love, mama praying on the knees all day. If you still frontin' when I up it, I'ma squeeze. Bad company, bad for your company. Bad company, bad for your company.
Once you're ready, go ahead and select Advanced Week to get to your next game.
Come for me when I say I got beef. They don't want no.
Start your week by installing your game plan.
They don't want to eat. If you said they want.
Oh Lord, look who we playing against. Buzz. Look who we playing against. You can see we playing against the C. With it down with the C. You get the spoon over there.
What the hell is you doing?
What?
I know you ain't doing no damn training.
Yeah, I got to.
You can't skip.
I got to train. Training for me. Yeah.
Run the vertical pressure and get a first down.
We all know what today was. Today simply wasn't good. We have high aspirations as a team. If we want to get there, we got to raise our game. Today was not good enough. Next practice, I want it better.
I just came here to stand and be shown who did.
Huh? Continue.
X.
What that mean?
How many of the whole work fast you
clean money in account stacks with these dirty hands. Do a show, cut the rack with my new advance.
Chicago Bay.
50 bands, 80 bands, 100 bands.
No.
Yeah, I said Chicago Bay.
Yeah, I wish I'd watch it. I gotta play it.
Look at them. How to make it in America. Real day one. Ain't a lot of us. Mom worked 2 jobs. It was hard for us. Me and sis made it out. Now she proud of us. They didn't teach me how to rap in those private schools. Wasn't like my rich friends. Had a lot to lose. Less money, less options. Lot of rules. So when that first deal came, it was opportune. And Shawty got potential. I scout that. She say she in love, but I doubt that. Maybe it's for the clout. I get love in the north, I get love in the south, yeah. Shawty claims she a feminist, and her feminine. Girl, you know that he average. Girl, you know I'm a savage.
Hey everybody, it's the coach, and this is Monday Night Football on EA Sports. Straight ahead, we've got a great one on tap between the Seattle Seahawks and the Chicago Bears. With that, we'll get out to Matt Nagy's home opener as coach of the Bears as we get to Soldier Field with Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
First opened way back in 1924, but renovated in 2002. There's a look inside venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. Just a short time ago, this crowd loud enough to shake the foundations of this nearly century-old building. They are ready for football indeed in Chicago as their guys get set to do battle with the Seattle Seahawks. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Bears team entering play. They come in off a good win on the road, and now they hit the home opener at 1-0.
And going back through the tape, I thought they looked pretty good last week. It was a solid win, a comprehensive win.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Seahawks, they come off a good win in the opener on the road, and they get... Start this drive in the air. Flushed out right. Flexing his muscle at the 30. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Escaping the pressure right. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete. He was looking for his big target, Brandon Marshall. And that'll bring up 2nd down. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
Let's go!
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
Illegal forward pass. Offense.
That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Dumps that off to Penny as running back. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. Seattle now ready to march out of the field. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
16 yards right off the bat and a 1st down.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Flush to his right. Look at the spin.
Balance.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the 1st, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
Containing him is becoming a big problem. We've already seen this once earlier in this drive.
Yeah, and so now 2 times this has happened. Do you adjust something?
Yeah, I think you do. I think you got to start thinking about your rush lanes. Try not to either get too wide or too narrow. Make sure someone is there waiting for him to take off.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Flushed out right. Finding some room in midfield. Still staying on his feet. Are you serious? And he takes it across the 50 to the 46-yard line. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down.
Well, that was man coverage. So once he decides to run with the football, there's no one to account for him, and he turns it into a nice gain.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 46. They'll drop the throw. Escaping the pressure right. Leaves it for Penny. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd. So a look here at the key inactives, and we got this list before the game down on the field. They tell us the same thing every time, don't they? Next man up.
No excuses. Be ready to play. That's the mantra of every organization. The key is having guys on the roster who are capable of filling in and playing at a high level. That's when you know you've drafted well, scouted free agents well, and stocked your team just the way you're supposed to.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4. They rolled out of the pocket right, and I think he wanted a little something more out of that play, obviously. Instead, he hit it. Throwing here on first down. Flush to his right. And that one is incomplete. And it also concludes quarter number 1. So we've reached the end of a fairly even first quarter of play. Can't wait to see what the second quarter has in store. And we're back to Soldier Field after this.
The NFL on EA Sports is presented by Snickers. You're not you when you're hungry. Snickers satisfies.
Alongside my broadcast partner Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin hits the Seahawks with a football to begin quarter number 2. They've got it 2nd and 10 to start things out. After the incompletion, they'll try once more from the 20-yard line on 2nd and 10. They're going to look to throw. Flushed out right. And this is going to be incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. They'll set up to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Eluding the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. Oh, now he bowls him over. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down.
I like to see him there. He got it done on his own. But let's face it, he puts defense in a really stressful spot when he takes off and runs. Because a lot of guys have coverage responsibilities.
Good job of rallying, though, because I thought when he first took off, he might pick up the first down.
Let's go, Seattle! Seattle! They got 7.
The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. So far, they've had 3 drives, 3 punts. Not good.
Not good indeed, because you've got to have something to show for being out on the field. Now, sometimes, if you have a game where neither side has scored, 3 punts isn't a bad thing. But when you're trying to set the pace, get up on top in a game, you've got to show better offense and find a way to put some points on the board.
Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Being chased out left. Taking a shot here for Marshall. Oh, that was dangerous. Threw it into coverage, almost picked, but instead they'll keep it on 2nd down.
They've been playing sound fundamental defense thus far and able to keep this offense from creating a major dent on the scoreboard.
Able to force the incompletion, but still waiting for that game-changing play. You feel like it's coming. And he can't and he goes down. Khalil Mack in from his linebacker spot. He's able to drop him for a loss of about 10. The Seahawks on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and a mile. He'll look to throw. Flush to his right. On the run. He'll let this go deep right side. A minute 59 to go in the 1st half. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Oh, glad. Oh, head there. They're supposed to be a damn flag.
Yeah, they're supposed to be a flag. You didn't see how my boy fall down and bust his damn head? Cheating motherfucker.
Seattle now ready to march onto the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Look.
Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half, as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Flushed out right. And that's caught inside the 30. A gain of 32 that time.
That's a big-time pitching catch right there, partner. I remember the days when quarterbacks would try this. They were holding their breath. But nowadays, they're counting on their receiver to be just a little bit better than the defensive back when it's one-on-one and the ball's in the air like that.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Back to throw now on 1st down. Escaping the pressure right. And nearly picked off there. Almost intercepted. Instead, seconded.
No, you need to stop him. Let's go to roll. They got 13. 14. Yeah.
Here comes the Seahawks offensive unit. They'll have it first to begin the 3rd. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things work well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. They'll set up a throw. Steps away. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Aaron Lynch able to get in there and drop him for a 2-yard loss.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film section tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out this far.
Looking to throw, eluding the pressure right. He finds his man, Baldwin. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a 1st down there.
Help me out, partner. Did they use up all their juice on 2nd down when they got the sack? Because on 3rd down, 0 pressure all the time in the world, and he picks up the 1st down without throwing.
They'll look to throw. Flush to his right. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you, because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up. He's just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys.
Here come the Seahawks now, set to take over on offense.
They were forced to punt last time, and I doubt sincerely that they'll have to punt here because they're gifted with terrific field position.
I don't even want to think about the idea.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Leonard Floyd in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and ended up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. Going for it all. And he almost intercepted it. They haven't picked a ball off yet. That probably should have been their first. And it's third down now. Pretty lucky to get the football back. Had his target out there waving the arms, saying I'm open, but maybe didn't see him quick enough.
And I know the jokes are always about defensive backs' hands. What really actually happens, you don't get many opportunities. You get over anxious, and you start to think about taking it away and going the other way instead of focusing and catching the ball.
And that is incomplete.
Come on, y'all.
The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
Looking for the big chunk now. Because, as you noted, the field goal, way of doing it makes it that much harder. Puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. I guess they're in a situation now, fourth quarter, where they're forced to take some chances, but I don't know that that was the type of a chance you want to take.
And that one could very easily have been intercepted. And if it does get picked off, that could possibly seal this one.
And he's brought down after a very nice gain. 25 yards, the pickup there, and also a first down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. And a scary incompletion, almost picked off. It would have been their first INT of the game. Instead, second down.
Well, the pressure, the hits, the sacks have been coming at him all game long. I'm frankly surprised that they haven't found a solution yet to create more time for him to throw it or maybe change what they do on offense.
And that's one of the biggest differences in this game and why they're losing right now. And he'll be taken down right around the 41-yard line. 9 yards on the pickup there as they'll be left with 3rd and 1. They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. Flushed out right. He may try and run for this. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down. Not only another first down, that also puts him over 100 yards rushing.
That's not something you see very often in the NFL. We see it more in college, but I think with more of the melding of the college game.
And he's going to lose a yard or two, taken down behind the line. And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has, but in his defense, he hasn't had a lot of time to throw the football. Like when I said that, in his defense.
In his defense, I got it.
You see what I did there?
He needs better protection, that's for sure. Under pressure again, and down he goes again.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
And pressure gets to him again. Leonard Floyd in there to get him for his 2nd sack of the night.
This has been a tough offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And no, it's incomplete. Pete Carroll rolled the dice, but it didn't work out. And the Bears were...
That's all good though, baby. They just won one. That's all good though.
Seattle now ready to march out of the field. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right?
Yeah, right.
And the coach called a running play.
He's pissed too.
And pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Steps away to his left. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Brandon Marshall.
Oh, that's cold blood.
Touchdown.
No, don't try to do it there.
Seahawks are able to
Don't
cut
try to
into
do it
that
there.
deficit.
That was number 15.
And that touchdown puts us in a position to have a discussion, doesn't it? Now, it'll be a 2-score game after the conversion.
Yeah, I mean, there's no doubt with a 2-score game, they're going to have to onside kick it. We'll just see if they've got a miracle up their sleeve.
And you wonder what...
They got 24.
And Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So for Chicago, it's a win here in their home opener as they move to 2-0. And they'll hit the...
Oh, hell. What do I do?
Go down. I told you every time they pop it up, y'all at home. Y'all at your home time. Every time they pop up, you hit the second one.
I don't know if we beat our fucking team.
8 hours ago. Why is he sitting there? Because I'm not
Who?
Who you think? Who would be trying to get in touch with?
Let me see. Let's up and see where he is.
I don't even know. That's what I'm saying. It said 8 hours ago. 8 hours. That's it.
You text your brother and say what's up. Triggerhabit.
I told you.
Triggerhabit against Prescott.
Deep again. Well, it's the coach. This is the
And they ain't number
2018
2-0.
season, and you've got it tuned to EA Sports. Coming up, Ezekiel Elliott, fresh off 100 yards a week ago. Coming up, we'll see the visiting Dallas Cowboys taking on the Seattle Seahawks. With that, we're out to Seattle for the 32nd and final home opener of the 2018 season. Standing by are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Thank you, Coach. We are in the Pacific
Better watch
Northwest
this.
as
This
we
will be a
get
cool
set
game,
for
me too.
football at CenturyLink Field here in Seattle. These folks love their football in Seattle. This was the scene a moment ago as the home squad came out of the tunnel, and it was just absolutely deafening in this building. They're set for football, so are we, as the Seahawks get set to match up with the Dallas Cowboys. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you look at the Seahawks team as they get ready here. And losers their last time out, so they'll look to make amends here.
And one of the best ways you can do that is to be at home, and they are. They're going to try and ride that home crowd and that wave of emotion to a victory in this one.
Meanwhile, for the visitors here, the Cowboys, it's been a great start to the season. Back-to-back wins to begin the campaign.
Yeah, you don't want to get too excited. There's still a lot.
Now a play fake here on first down. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Jeff Heath, the strong safety, able to get in there on the coverage. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. And, Charles, we get a look here at the key inactives, and I tell you what, a big list for being this early in the season.
If there's any silver lining at all, you're hoping you can get these guys back, and now they play well down the stretch with them. But what you're also hoping is that the guys who have to play for them, the next man up mentality kicks in. And
that's caught inside the 30. It's a big play on third down for the Seahawks. 58 yards.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production. But I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase it.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Charles, a little bit of feast or famine on this drive. They moved the ball okay, but they've been sacked twice now.
Let's get another one there. Injure another one that they play.
Keep them away from the quarterback because when he's not being hit, as you mentioned, they're moving the ball well.
So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Escaping the pressure right. This is caught. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about.
Illegal forward pass. Offense.
What the hell?
So retract the yardage and retract the touchdown. And retract the
touchdown.
Big strike there to get the touchdown. Now they've got to take it back and see if they've got another one still in their arsenal.
On play action, they'll throw. Eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let it go deep. Right sideline. This Cowboy defense looked ready for that third down pass.
So there's who Prescott throwing it to.
The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal.
How the fuck you went on the plane? He had no choice.
And they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them.
That way he was going.
See if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see.
Do a switcheroo.
And the young buck showing that ability, that agility to dance outside of the pocket, complete the deep ball.
I don't think for a second that the coaching staff didn't have their heart rate accelerate a little bit there.
And he will score. Touchdown.
Another Dallas player injured.
Nick Vanette, his second touchdown on the season. Now the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead.
It used to be that if you were a big wide receiver and the coaches wanted to make you a tight end, you resisted the move. Now it's almost a glamour position because they have the mismatch advantage. Are you going to cover them with a linebacker? They're probably faster. A defensive back? They're going to be...
What the hell just happened? Did he just get the damn, threw the ball away? First time like he just threw the damn ball away.
Let's go! They go play action here on first down. And he's going to go down right near the goal line. The officials look at each other. They're going to mark him at the 1-yard line. And that is the third sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Man, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play.
I tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center.
They've been cleaning me in.
And on third down, the Cowboys bring in an extra defensive back. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Flush to his right. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete.
Who it on?
Well, let's see who this is
Will
on.
I be on us? Who it on?
Pass interference. Defense.
So instead of fourth down, first down.
Well, so much for winning the down you put a lot of emphasis on, because third down is key for offense and defense. Instead, you're going to stay on the field and start a new set of downs.
Pushing out forward.
The NFL on EA Sports is presented by Snickers. You're not you and you're hungry. Snickers satisfies.
Alongside my broadcast partner Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin hits the Seahawks with a football to begin quarter number 2, and they've got it here with a first down.
That's how y'all end up with the ball again. He threw it away.
Because me and them on the court with his cousin.
Come on, let's go! They'll look to throw here. Rolling to his right. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And they ran a big play through the air on 2nd down. Couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay, because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change it up.
Now back to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. And that's incomplete. The Notre Dame man, Jalen Smith, able to get a hand in. And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Randy Gregory. And that'll bury him for a loss of 11.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Back to throw here. Being chased out left. Oh, he'll try and throw it deep to the other side of the field. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force an incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
The Seahawks on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and forever. Good to see this man running again. Here's Chris Carson. So a good spin move, but not a whole lot to show after as he's taken down. It's a gain of 5. Seattle now ready to march onto the field and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. What I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
On 2nd down, here's Penny.
Holding offense.
So a decent game, but all for nothing on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. Only people celebrating? The guys who just gave up that play.
Who the fuck is you holding him?
Let's go!
You ain't got the fucking
This is Carson.
motherfucker.
And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. He'll pick up another first down with that run.
And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. And now the clock will stop as he's able to get up and spike it here. The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd down and 12. Here we go! The pitch goes to Penny. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens.
God.
Now we'll see what this Seahawks offense has in store with their first possession of the 2nd half. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
I'm going to play Brandon Follow.
Come on, let's go! Brand 38! They keep it on the ground. This time it's Penny. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line.
Oh,
he went backwards 7 yards, setting up a tough 3rd down.
Well, that wasn't just a loss. That was a loss of big yardage there. So the sense you're starting to get is that offensively things are starting to pile up against them, and they've got to find a way to stop that. Conversely, how about the great call by the defensive coordinator? He realized that he's got him on the run a little bit. That call was made to get
too.
The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punt.
I'm done. Take this shit out. I'm done. Stop this shit. I'm done.
Text to speech unavailable here.